Okay, so Rod came out today, and been a bit since I've played some Ultra Kill, probably like a couple weeks or so. I try and play it decently regularly. It's one of my favorite games. Kind of stretching my hands, just because I don't want to have a really embarrassingly terrible first playthrough of this. So, I cleaned my keyboard last night. Got like all the keys, took them off, washed them. So, got all that. Been kind of tired with school stuff lately, but yeah. Just gonna play 7-4. Um, just kind of just get me a bit into it. God, yeah. A bit rusty. Usually I'll just play like a single match of Silver Grind, but yeah, this is rough. Oh man, I am rusty. Okay. So yeah, I didn't want to just straight jump into it for obvious reasons. But yeah, fraud. Pretty exciting. I love Ultra Kill so much, man. I also now play on violence. This should be interesting, and what I'm really excited for fraud is hopefully this layer has a boss fight. Because Earthmover is really, really cool, but it never really felt like much of an actual boss fight to me. Um, so yeah, just kind of excited for that. Hopefully we get to see a really cool boss. I'm super hyped for Fraud. I don't really know what it's going to entail. I never finished Dante's Inferno, so I don't actually know what's in Fraud. But I do know that that's one of the things about being a lot more creative in his work, and so hopefully it's cool. I don't know. I am. Let's see. Damn. Okay. Lately I've just been playing Black Ops 4 on like camo grind for zombies. I've also just been playing, what's it called? I love when I get focused. And Planet Crafter. So it's safe to say I haven't really been doing anything as crazy as Ultra Kill. Yeah, I'm very rusty. Jesus Christ, this is some IGN level gameplay. Oh wow, this is embarrassing. Oh, hopefully it's entertaining. I'm not great at making videos. I never really check my YouTube videos. School videos I usually try a bit harder, but I don't really make school videos very often. I should. It's kind of my major, but yeah. Also, I'm a little shaky because I'm just so excited for all. I'm anxious, and part of me is sad because it means that we're one step closer to there being no more Ultra Kill, and that also means we're going to be another big content route for a while. But for the time being, I think it's pretty good. The last update was over a year ago, so yeah. Yeah, I should really get back into Ultra Kill. I just haven't really been feeling that much of the need to be playing it lately. Let's know how many times I've actually one-cycled that, but it's certainly not common. Oh wow, I am great at this. Jesus Christ. It's awful. Yeah, I haven't been so much. Focusing on school, stuff like that, but I've also just been trying to get way better at guitar. Been focusing on music stuff. So I just have not been doing much closer kills. That's my first death. Oh man, this is... I'm so sorry, this is so rusty. It's not like anyone watches my videos anyway. I don't know, I view videos are this kind of thing where it's archival. I don't make videos because I actually care about getting ahead, like algorithm, that's slop. For me, it's honestly just about archiving my experience. See, oh, this is my first time playing this level. Like I'm doing violence, such things. It's videos. I used to. Growing up in the 2010s makes you something makes you go, I want to be a YouTuber. And that's just, I don't know. I want to do that in like grade 8 and stuff. So streaming, I post videos. There's my terrible Instagram. It was really cringe. But there's a little charm to it. And now I just kind of null it out. I just don't really care. I don't know, it's like chilling out and stuff. I've been collecting CDs, trying to get better at guitar, as I mentioned earlier. Yeah. Anyway. Here we go. Alright, this could be hype. Yeah, we didn't do great on that one, but... Man, my... my Steam friends. That middle one is literally just someone I just met in like a TF2 lobby. Not TF2. I think it was someone I just met on Instagram. They're like, hey, want my Steam? I was like, sure. Anyway. Alright, boys. Oh man, this is the last full layer. That makes me really sad. But I love what Hikita does. I'm so excited. Okay. Cow. Pig. That's another cow. Yeah, that's another cow. Yes, this. Hello, neighbor. Ah. Huh? Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I can see why they had to delay this. Oh, this is... So we got a new angel enemy. Angels are weak to nails. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. Wait, damage? I'll figure these. I'll figure these guys out later. But I really like that. That's very cool. All right, that works. What? Not very good at aerial enemies, but obviously those are gonna be aerial enemies or angels. I'm gonna get better at fighting these guys, like that. But you're guessing? Yeah. Okay. It explodes when you touch it, but if you just stop it before that. I'm fascinated by that. Jeez, this is so cool, right? I'm guessing they're probably all the same hallway. Knowing Hikita, it's probably all the same hallway. Or one of them is just gonna be like some stupid Easter egg. gonna be really cool for speedrunning. I'm very fascinated, like, what the code is gonna look like for these levels. And how speedruns are gonna go. Okay. Creation of... Oh! So we get to find out more about the Tree of Life. God, all this game. It's so good. Yeah, I think... I already knew Fraud was gonna be all like... Oh, so there's like third range. I already knew there's gonna be cool stuff about like warping realities. Because it's Fraud, it's not what it looks like. It's everything is different than it seems, you know. And I love stuff like that. Like it's genuinely like some of my favorite stuff. But what shows that dude? I guess he's probably smart the better. But what was I saying? Sorry. It's such a cool atmosphere. What's this plot? Okay, cool. Such. Wait, is this our first time seeing actual plants? These could also just be fake as well, but usually plants are like holograms, stuff like that. Oh, yo, this reminds me of, I can't remember the name of the game, but it's like, oh, that's, wait. I'm trying to see where it loops. Oh, wait, you can, that's so cool. Oh, you can... Oh, I love that. That's really cool. I love that. I was kind of gonna get some combat in that, because that'd be really cool. Yeah. I'm out of it, man. Oh? That's, oh, there's... Okay, you actually see their names. Okay, this is interesting. I'm guessing that's probably Lucifer? Not sure. Okay, we got... Phanuel? God's patience. Gabriel, God's will. Raphael, God's strength. Michael, God's wisdom. Bro, this dude named Michael. What you think named Michael in the Big 26? That's so cool. I love Akita. Oh, I love it. This is so cool. Kind of reminds me of those like paper like folding house things. Like kids, those like books that like fold out into a little house and stuff like that. I don't know. Kind of into that. I love the really weird kind of transcending reality kind of stuff. My family and I recently watched Severance. Like obviously the rest of the show isn't out, so it's the first couple seasons, but that is really good. I really like that. And there's stuff like that, or David Lynch, a lot of his movies, stuff like that. I just love stuff like that, where it's just really weird, and you just don't really know what's going on. Physics. Yeah, you just don't really know what's going on. I just love stuff like that. Okay, but is that any different? There's so many cool things you could do with that. This is so cool. I love this. Just everything feels so weird. Like, it's almost like slight motion sickness. Like, I just don't understand what's... Wait, is that? Is that just a painting in Minecraft? It might be. I don't know. It's just so cool. Okay. I'm supposed to get blue. My bad. It's like a little theater. Like oh, everything is like it's like a play. It's like a stage. Oh, it's so cool. God, I'm rusty. I'm gonna have to play this a lot after. This is so cool. Alright. I haven't seen board like that in a long time. Oh, I like this. This is cool. This is really, really cool. I'm small. Okay. What's that? Humming. That's definitely a creature, right? I feel like that's a demon. Oh, that's God. Um. What? Um. What? Okay. Like a hammer, little chisel. That God's face, whatever this is. Is that Earth? So cool. So that's like a sculpture of God. So that's the Father. That is horrifying. Jesus Christ. Actually, that's not Jesus Christ, that's God. And then it's gonna give us a false ending, right? Or is that that's the actual ending? I knew that felt just so weird. Wow. The music, too. God, I love Nikita. He's so cool. Oh, this is... So goddamn, this is a banger. A lot of aerial enemies, which I've never really liked. I always hated drones. I can see why this had a delay, and there's some issues with the programming. This is crazy. This is running on the Ultra Kill engine. I'm really curious how Akita did this. I'm really excited to see how he did this. Because this is so cool. Even though it's just 4 levels, it's Akita, it's Ultra Kill. One of the worries I do have with Ultra Kill is for new players, like after the game is done, how weird the game's gonna get. Because it starts so very simple, literally like a school project. But I also know that's kind of part of Akita's intention is to have it just feel like it just progresses and turns into this larger than life thing. It's so good. I love Ultra Kill. It's so cool. Like, these enemies I'm confused by so far. But I think they're cool. I'm just really not good at fighting them. They do that kind of skipping things that virtues do. Not virtues, drones. And they like to stay pretty far away, I've noticed. I think Revolver is... love this game. It's so good. This is so cool. What? Why is it red? Oh, it's just generic. Let's see what. Okay, that doesn't even show up. That's so cool. We got a mirror. Soap. Soap's back. We just don't see it. But... Oh man, I really hope you can use this in the sandbox. Oh, that's so cool. So I feel small. Like I'm. Okay, got some scratches. Long way down. Can I watch some Family Guy funny moments? Official flower business. Oh, my brain. I like this. It makes my brain tickle and feel like it's breaking. That reminds me of that one part in Half-Life 1 where you're walking the vents and it crashes down. I'm so excited to look for secrets. That's gonna be difficult. The Carmina is shining. Or at least very, very similar to it. My hot take is that The Shining is very overrated. I just don't like it. It's just the wind and it's just it's so cool. More mirrors. Oh, my brain is breaking. It ain't raining. Oh, that I'm gonna have to wrap my head around that. Is the game I'm thinking of Splitgate? I think yeah, Splitgate's the one I'm thinking of. It reminds me of Splitgate. Just how weird it is. No wait, no. Is it like something Flux? Splitgate's just a portal type of thing. Oh, this is so cool. Let's go in here. Okay, so we're still. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to this. This is gonna be really cool for gameplay. I'm excited to see what the Encore is. I know that that's at least a year from now. At least not be able to see Encore with stuff this late in the game, but still very cool. There's a lot of easy kills with like long way down. It shows like probably getting fixed in the future. How's this supposed to go? Where is this dude? I don't think we're gonna find out. Oh, it's weird. If you stay close to the portals, you can probably hear projectile stuff going on. Yeah, this... I can see this getting very buggy very quick. But I think the next 2 weeks, Akita's probably going to do a lot of stuff on patching things. I want to see the patch notes after this. What if they add a side 2? I'm struggling with this section because I'm distracted. It's just very cool though. I usually play Cybergrind. I don't play the main game as often, but I just played it so many times. Secret back here. Look right now though. I'm just really not getting my hand at it right now. Found it. Where is this though? Oh, it's... Oh, my brain is breaking. I think a lot of this is going to be about the other angels being frauds and Gabriel being the one that actually did all the work. But we've only really heard about Gabriel. As far as I'm concerned, we've never heard about these other characters. This is pretty much an arena for me to warm up. It was a tad rusty. It's gonna be good for I'm so bad at this. You see the water's falling, that's cool. It's so cool getting more post-revamp levels. I'd be so upset when I find out I missed like a ton of stuff. But it's just an inevitability, like I'm not gonna do it. Just gonna miss a bunch of stuff. There's also because the game was just always a lot going on. Honestly, this feels like a dream. Like this doesn't feel real. I'm playing fraud. This is weird. I've been waiting for this update for a little while. This is like getting the Druid Paragon. It just doesn't feel real. Which yeah, we still haven't gotten the Druid Paragon. I really want the Druid Paragon. I appreciate the Druid Paragon, this update, that we're getting influence, but like, I just want the Druid Paragon. It would be so cool. Or maybe like Sentry Paragon. I would love to see a Sentry Paragon. Even Heli. You know, I guess they do plan on doing every Paragon eventually. But I hate this part talking about balloons. I love balloons. It's cool. It's so good. Speak. It's so cool. And why am I short? V1 as a child confirmed. Isn't this where? Yeah, there was something. There's other writing on the wall, and I was gonna look at the TV, and then isn't this where we came? So this just says we came in. That's so cool. Oh, this feels creepy. This honestly kind of reminds me of one section in the first level of Wolfenstein New Order. It's so cool. Like it's so cool. Peria Providence. Okay, so they're called Providence. That's interesting. Oh, that's so cool. I'm so sad because like treachery's only gonna be 2 levels. But all right, let's look at the Providence. Lesser Angel. After Gabriel's final message, heaven has once again been thrown into the brink of turmoil, and in order to avoid escalation to civil war, the fastest of the Lesser Angels, Providences, have been sent to find him and bring him back. That's so cool, because yeah, we heard about like the angels interfering during like Sisyphus times, you know, but this is so cool. Due to the urgency of the mission, they have been allowed to keep their sight when venturing into hell. Yeah, I remember yeah, seeing they had eyes and thinking that was kind of cool, very weird. Also, they just have such a cool design. I love these. They kind of remind me of the little flowers at like Spiral Mountain in Banjo-Kazooie. Anyway, uh, bu- bu- breaking the sacred oath that angels had sworn to the Father after an unknown incident in the distant past. The bodies are constructed of pure light, which makes their precise shape impossible to perceive, and would blind a human if seen directly. The gifted eye of a providence allows for an energy beam concentration. Sorry, for energy beam of concentration that even the ability of the V models cannot dodge through, and thus their beams must be avoided entirely. Due to their agility, the Whiplash is unable to hit them unless they're attacking, meaning other methods of movement should be used to get closer to them. Interesting, because yeah, Whiplash is very helpful for virtues and such. Their open constitution is particularly susceptible to the internal explosions of the rocket launcher, and though they can be tricky to hit consistently, the attractor nail gun's magnets can home rockets. Okay, so they're weak to rockets and not nails, like all the other all like the other angels. Interest. So the open. What does that mean? I'm missing just like their middle area. That's so cool. I like that. Let me get something wicked. I love this game. It's so good. Alright. 8-2. Let's see what it's gonna be like. Oh yeah, this part. Music is thankful for Akita. I love the urban feel of like Fraud Safari. It's a city, but it's like a human city. It's modern. And I just love that. It doesn't feel like Lust, where it's like still this dark, brooding feeling. It just feels weird, and it's like Limbo in the sense that everything is fake, but it just takes it to a whole other level, and I just want to know what the hell is going on here. That's so cool. Isn't this gonna be the ending? Okay, this is it's pretty awesome. Got an office. Push. Oh, cause it's a mirror, everything's backwards. Oh. What if I... Okay. Let's just walk through the mirror. Push. It's not pushing, dude. I wish you could actually like dispense something. This side. Oh, and the music even changes whenever something gets like demented. Goes to a more of a diminished state, as does the environment. Out of order. You got elevators and Ultra Kill? Whoa! Okay. Whoa. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Smilos 1.0. Earliest blood power machinery. Resource use very low. Easily sustainable by a single person without long-term adverse effects. Flexibility very poor. Difficult to program for. Awkward to use. Use cases whenever possible to minimize blood use. Okay. Smiles 2.0. Advanced pre-automation machinery. Fairly low, sustainable by periodic collection from small population clusters. Decent, capable of handling multiple tasks at once, easy to use. Only in rare occasions for advanced systems. Permit required. Okay, now this last one, I'm excited for. I think this is what V1 runs on probably. Cluster of various specialized wartime machine operating systems. Okay. Unsustainable, requires harvesting of living beings. Self-adaptive, limits unknown. Never use it. Okay, so that must be part of why they didn't want to use the V models, because we don't trust these things. We don't know how the hell they work. And that's kind of showing the sentience aspect. Okay, I'm guessing the secret is probably don't use the elevator. which case I'm gonna explore that in my second playthrough. I like this, and why is this in hell? why is this information available? Error, reset power to open, okay. First we got a blood orb secret. Maybe that's what this is for the blood orb. Oh, we go there, okay. Yeah, there we go. Something weird is going on with this. I feel like this is barricading. This isn't just normal weird stuff getting thrown out. I think this might be part of humanity's death. I'm not sure. Especially with all the info about the operating systems, like, something weird going on there. Thanks, guys. Love to see it. Yep. What? Okay. Oh! And it shows... Is that the seating? Oh, that's cool! Alright. Okay. I'll buy that. Real quick, I'm just gonna check I'm still recording. Yes, I am. That's good. Oh, that's so cool. Well, we can also just go this way. Now, why is there a secret vent there? My current hypothesis is that it has something to do with, so cool. Yeah, see, this runs on Spiral OS 1.0, because it doesn't need a higher... I love this game. My current theory is that it's don't use an elevator. How am I supposed to get down? Go up. So cool. They added elevators to Ultra Kill. Maintenance. Okay. Anyway, text scanned. Earth mover mentions detected. Excerpt from archive. The fall of the Earth movers. Our attempts at reconstruction have been fruitful. Resources are still scarce, and every person has to carry a weight to keep the whole community afloat. Although I had initially feared such drastic measures would cause conflict, it seems that having a common good for all of us to work towards has pulled us closer together and made us inseparable. We lived through mankind's worst after all, so now is our time to show its best. Okay, so this is confirmation that humans survived the Earth movers. Cool. Okay. By scavenging technologies from the corpse of our past home, 15HKUR Ishkur, I think would be it. Ishkur sounds familiar. Isn't that... Oh, wait, I know that name. That's the name of a god. Right? Because I know it was mentioned in a System of a Down song, so... we have managed to establish two-way audio signals with 4 other communities that have likewise survived. that hellish sentry on the backs of other Earth movers. Oh, so they spent a century on the Earth movers. Damn. Which means that half of the war was on those. Or, I don't know. And we are now pooling our knowledge together to find a way to share resources by sheer luck in one of the communities. Jill has found someone who he shares a pre-war ancestor with. Morale is at an all-time high. Okay, so new character? Because like Gilles, as in like it's a French name, so I think that's a French character or something. And a pre-war ancestor. I love that it's not like a pre-war ally or something like that. It's an ancestor because of how long the war lasted. That's so cool. All-time high. Okay. That's on 23rd. 2 days later, January 25th, through our communication with other communities and a small-scale blood donations from eager helpers, we've managed to reconstruct an interface that Ishkur used for tracking Earthmover movements across the globe. And via cross-referencing a surviving map from the era of countries, we've determined multiple possible communities within a few weeks of travel. Groups have already been sent out to. Now, I don't think "sent out to" is a normal sentence. I think V1 just didn't care whatever there was to say there. Oops. Very cool. This is some sort of filing type. I love these mirrors. I love getting to see V1. See inside my head. Yeah, clearly they were doing some really cool stuff technically. Because this running on the Ultra Kill engine, that's wild. That's really cool. Okay, OS 1. It's so cool. Yeah, because I'm just keeping track of the different OSs. Does that maybe explain the change from the what's it called? Different terminals in the update? Because people are complaining about that. Also, I was kind of hoping for like a Metal Gear reference with these boxes. Okay. For Easter egg beside these. I love when you can have destructible props in games like this. It's awesome. It can explode. Cool. Okay, so much to look at. Okay. I'm just gonna... Okay, I got a secret. That's so cool. I love this game. Hey, bud. Love soundtrack. Oh, this reminds me of Rammstein. I was really hoping to get some cool industrial metal type stuff. Nikita is inspired by some pretty industrial stuff. He loves swans, which is, I don't know if it's classified as industrial, but it's noise. There's very industrial elements to it. It was a big inspiration for a lot of industrial music. Like Helmet, I think, was very much inspired by them. Pretty sure. It has that post-hardcore, weird is so fire. I love this music. It's cool as hell. It's got some cool time signature stuff too. Some weird jazzy stuff going on this here. I like it. But anyway, well, what time is it? Quality of time. Let's do that. X, so that's 10. It's about 10:30. 10 Thursday. I don't know. Inception. Whoa. I don't think that was on purpose. Don't know how I did that, but speedrunners take note. Oh, the speedruns are gonna be so weird for this layer. I like it. I'm a big fan of what's going on here. Oh, they do. Okay, I love all the playing around with physics and gravity. Why are you so fast? That's so cool. I just keep getting distracted by how awesome this is. Guys, look, V2 alive. V2's alive, guys. V2's alive. Oh my god. Anyway, this music is so fire. That's just so cool. From like a music theory perspective. Guys, we can use the loader. Cars. Well, they are like 20s era. Because, I mean, World War I. Oh. Oh? Okay. I like this music. I think it's supposed to serve as like a blood fountain. For puppets. I think this would be really cool to have in a sanded arena. Maybe the enemies can get stronger while they use it. Right now they're just built. I'm pretty sure they might have. I wasn't keeping track of what they were the first time. The elevator. Okay, so I think you can step in different ways. Heartbreak. Is it just a... Yeah, okay, that's cool. That reflection. Does it reflect the machine inside? Oh no, it's... I don't know. Oh. yeah, because there's not much blocking it, so now it's just this weird JPEG. I like this. This is tough. It reminds me of the virtual chair. So the toilet, yeah, we got the toilet. That's the reason it's all fragmented, I think. Yeah, this is the same place, but now there's extra. Trash can. Mucus. Homogeneous. Okay. Not sure about that yet. Endless aisles. Wait a minute. There's some really cool tricks you can do with that. Saw 7-3, I showed my game 7-3 while back on Lincoln. And I think that's really funny because she thought that was like, whoa, this is crazy. Yeah, this is something else. What's going on in this level? Finally back here. Really does remind me of Escher Labs. Get the hand of this again. Oh, cool. That's cool. love those. Those are so cool. I don't even know what they're called yet, but I really like those. Those weird heart things. Look, this is something. But I mean, obviously that wouldn't work because I mean, fuel can't melt steel beams, you know. Yeah. It's so cool. This music is so cool. These street cleaners, what are they trying to do? Burn God's flesh? A God flesh? You can't burn that. What are you, joke? So locked in. So cool. I do get some weird motion sickness from this, but I just gotta get used to it, honestly. Focus on going through the mirror. Alright, so now we're back in the nighttime. I think. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, so Portuguese. That's what this was. Oh, because they... When did I reset the power? Was that little power box? Was that resetting the power? I guess so. It is maintenance. Stay frugal. Fix them first. This does... This whole kind of section, like all the clothes and the markets, does remind me of White Hell. Which Hikita did music for. I'm not sure if he did much else for it, but... Yeah, I'm good. Just gonna take a sip of my iced tea. Yeah, can you maybe not do that? Can can you not? I don't appreciate you doing that, man. Do the people get bigger, or is it just closer? I think it has like a fisheye effect on it. Oh, pal. Okay. Uh, right. yeah, totally, man. I love when this game's a horror game. It's so cool. But also, what the hell? I think that was a bit of an oopsie on Hell's side. If you think about it, it is something beyond man's comprehension. It's gonna be confusing. Man, Ultra fans are gonna be terrified of this layer. Like, look at that, there's a shower. Oldest joke known to man. Look, this could be enemies in here. I don't know. The music is so cool. I'm really excited listening to this music, like on its own. Oh, ooh, that's so cool. All right, let's see what you gotta say, man. It's upside down. Oh, and I'm not in the reflection. However, here. Must have been when I went through here. Yeah, that's that's really cool. I like that. What? So I can see my reflection again. We got the store. The exit door, which I was not expecting to be here. But that's kind of the whole point of this layer, is undoing your expectations. What? Huh? I'm sorry? A what? Alright, Paul, you're gonna have to quit doing that. Oh, it's just like it's a pack. Okay, second phase. So it's invisible, but you can see it. So to come back into... It's not... Okay, I'm guessing I could probably parry that. Nope. God, I love the music. Red? Oh, that means the gas attack. Okay. He's such a good musician. And I mean that in like the technical senses, you know, like he's a talented creator. Let's go absolute mirror reap. I like that. That was something. It's in the mirror. Yeah, I kind of figured that out. And Okay, so now it's about I don't know. I think time has passed. I knew there was gonna be something up when I saw that there was a shop, but I didn't know it was gonna be that. Whoa. Okay, let's explode. Good to know. Okay, what's supposedly the exit is available. I'm not sure if I buy that. I don't understand what this image is. Is that a picture of... I think that's God holding Earth? Not sure. Here. What? Okay. Oh, that broke my brain. Okay, now this new enemy. The Death Catcher. Lesser Demon. Distant eyes watched the formation of the idols with fascination, and were driven to attempt the same process of molding useless life into something beautiful. Yeah, I thought it'd be something similar to the idol. So it's the demon's take on the idol instead of a husk's take on an idol. Interesting. The result, however, could never have been the same, as the endless malice of their creator seeped into the Deathcasters, whose shells were unable to withhold it, crackling from cra cracking them wide open. Unable to share the love that they were never given on the Deathcatchers cannot protect that they were never given. The Deathcatchers cannot protect anyone, and in their vain attempts to do so, they can only form lesser caricatures from the blood of those who are gone forever, puppeting their shapes to continue their past actions, pretending that they're still here, that they could have been saved. So instead of healing, it's acting like it's a necromancer when it's not. Interesting. I think it's very cool it's in the fraud layer. Strategy. Puppets are slower and only half as durable, making the creature as the creatures they are mimicking. Although puppets do not grant style points, their blood can still be used to heal, making weak puppets an easy source for quick recovery. While each pulse will create puppets from every fallen foe nearby, the Deathcatchers require time to ready another pulse, meaning the best time to destroy a troublesome puppet is immediately after a pulse to maximize the time they lay dormant. Interesting. Now, what about the new dude we got? It's a husk. The Mirror Reaper. I thought that was a demon. Okay, yeah, it is fleshy then. Yeah, it is a husk. Interesting. Oh, it's a Supreme Husk. Oh, we haven't gotten many of those. So I guess we have. Whoa. Jesus. Oh, man. So this is a, yeah, lesser demon. So stupid, Jesus Christ. Supreme Husk. Due to its illusory, so stupid, Jesus Christ. Illusory nature, very little is known about the 8th layer of hell. Even its punishment remains shrouded in mystery. Ooh. Extended exposure to the layer, which seems like a picturesque recreation of a new peace community on the surface, causes eventual total collapse of sensory information and physical space, after which all connection is lost. So that was it wasn't pre-war, it was post-war. And that's why it was so serene. That was a post-war world. Okay. The only point of reference is the elusive Mirror Reaper, an amalgamation of multiple husks arranged in a deliberate, twisted fashion, which seems to exist between spaces, often inside reflections, hence its name. Although this example could be used to draw conclusions about the fates of the layer's inhabitants, it's important to keep in mind that this instance is the only of its kind to ever be seen, which may imply that whatever happened to everyone else is far, far worse. Interesting. Yeah, I gotta figure out what's going on in the original Dante's Inferno version of this. Oh man, okay. Strategy. The Mirror Reaper's height and speed make it an imposing opponent, but its poor motor control gives shorter opponents an advantage in passing under its swings. Under? Okay, cool. So you can slide under its attacks. That's new. When the Mirror Reaper escapes the hands it summons... When the Mirror Reaper escapes, the hands it summons can be followed back to their source to find it. Interesting. When in grave danger, the Mirror Reaper can escape into a fold in space, making it only visible through reflections. That's so cool. Alright, we've got the last proper level for the boss. Oh. That's supposed to be there? I don't know. What I do know is that I played these games before. So something is tweaking out. My guess is that Hell is not used to having to move at this speed. Because usually Hell is going at a pace in which it can deal with humans, but because of the one's speed, it is struggling to keep up, and so therefore it's getting distorted. That's my current theory at the moment. Hell also could be freaking me out because I saw it, and we looked eye to eye. Yeah, so it looks like it's combining. Yeah, it's clear Pegida was inspired by the Escher Labs. That much is evident. Oh, this is so weird. Yeah, this is impressive because Pegida, what he had to do for 7.1 to make the map move around the layer and make it look like the player's moving for the Centaur. The Minotaur, which is what fascinates me so much about how they managed to do this. Because, what? Oh man, map makers are gonna have a field day with this. Very cool gameplay here. I like it. Yes, someone played Dusk. Someone being Nikita. Oh my god. That's the music from Fu-1. Yeah, because I think since this is especially, it's near the end of the game. It's the last proper. Oh god, that's so weird. Wait, can I just like? It's the last proper layer before you have one level and then the final boss, and so that's why I think it's getting so referential. It's calling back to where you were in the game. And I also think that Hell, it's obviously been watching. I mean, there's eyes everywhere in this layer, especially. I think it's trying to screw with V1. Oh. So why is there no health bar? Voice actor for this. And why don't... They have a health bar. I'm supposed to get defeated at some point. There's only one more enemy left in the index. I would assume it's A-4. But this is not a new enemy. Some weird parody of Gabriel. Well, so this is really evolving on Gabriel's fight. I thought there would be some weird stuff about Gabriel, but this is the other angel's reaction to what's going on with the old Big G. Tweaky G. Man of Self. There's definitely an evolution on what they were doing. Actually, I don't remember there being one that looked like this. Is this the one that was torn out? There's no health bar or anything. I'm now seeing the attack that is... This is someone who is like a worshipper and is clearly standing by him. So that's why I think they're scratching. Oh, I think Heaven or something doesn't like whoever this is. I don't think it's weird. Like, yeah, this is not for the lighthearted. makes you use the skills you have in the game fights without being another game fight, and still being very unique. Yeah, what is this? It makes me fear a little bit what the last level of this player is going to be. So I like how long levels are getting in this game. Might be a lot more like Doom where it takes like a solid while to actually beat a level. Quite a bit of health. Still paying attention to the music. It's good music. Rainsword's a very interesting attack. Keep track of these attacks. This definitely reminds me of Prime Souls. 'Cause I've always wanted more fights similar to those dudes in the main game that aren't soul-crushingly difficult. I've always felt Gabriel is kind of close to that, but it's just not difficult enough to be an actual imitation of that concept. Yeah, but who the hell is this? Also be the convicts, you know, I think the criminals expect there to be only one more, and it's actually there's a second. I don't know what's going on with this. Very cool. I like it. I'm gonna get better at this, I swear. This is the uneven ground makes it a lot worse because I actually slam instead of sliding.
Could never have bested him.
extra kill doesn't play by normal game rules. So close on that one. What you gotta do is you gotta get some really good parries and then you're good. The really hard to hit ones and the ones that I think stun them. Fire going on. I'm having some amazing commentary at the moment. Bro, I'm so good. Just gotta shake my hands, just... Yeah, my brain needs a... I don't know. Alright. Let's see if I'm still recording. I am. Hour and 38. I think I've been recording longer. I don't know, this game is just really good at just being... What time is it? Yeah, it's 7:30. That makes sense. Alright. Oh, this is interesting. Maybe a texture issue. What? Oh my god, this game is weird. Someone replay Portal, didn't they? The Doppler effect. Love to see it. Oh great, there's another one. Maybe those children? They just found a way to turn Gabriel into like a regular enemy. That's what I'm getting. Makes me a little worried about what this fourth level's gonna be. Considering I don't know if we're gonna get a proper boss. But this is so cool. And very weird. Getting like a lot of hell in general. Oh, great, you again. Oh, that's so weird. So we're getting every layer. What? Excuse me? The enemies that just kind of show up and disappear willy-nilly. That's really cool. I like that. Getting these PP ranks is gonna be hard. Oh, it's so cool. I'm loving it. Ooh, getting some preload. Oh, getting some wrath. Had a underwater section for a long time. Now let's say, oh, this is good. I think Rod is the perfect vehicle to deliver this concept. It's just you can tell it's getting near the end of the game in a really good way. It's so disorientating. It's so weird. arenas at once. That's so cool. Nikita could have ever done something like this. This is so weird. Where's the warrior? Yeah, it's very weird. I'm not does stuff like that. Where it goes to that cool slow down yet double time. It's like seeing a gutter tank underwater. I've never seen that before. Sorry, I'm not saying much at the moment. I'm just so locked in. This is intense. I'm loving this so far. This is a really good layer. Honestly, I like a lot of violence. I think I definitely will grow some issues with it over time, like any level, you know. But this is good in such a unique way that I love it. It's so good. Don't you have to finish one of the arenas for it to count? Okay. I guess, bro. Oh. Okay. Fucking violence, cool. Alright. Split reality. What the hell? I don't want to feel better for you right now. This is such a cool concept for a room. Oh my god. finally decided on one. This is so weird. It's a little muffled. The crickets over the muffled music. God, I love how weird Hikita is. What a little freak. Layer really has a way with making your brain pop. Like this really, I really want to see German 95 play this because when he first played Ultra Kill, he was playing D2 and he was like, no humans are supposed to go this fast, no one's supposed to do this. This is gonna break his brain. This is like if Superliminal is a first-person shooter. It's just weird. A little laggy. It's a little laggy. First night's usually not usually that bad. Should be safe. Yeah. Oh, not. Blow it up? Oh. What? Seems to be a little laggy from all this weird stuff going on. Understand. Is there a puzzle I'm missing, or is it just a really weird mechanic? Oh, I'm not supposed to go do that. That's what's going on. Alright. Oh, because... Oh, alright, that makes sense. Oh, it just took me a moment. I can see why he randomly added some encore levels in the Ultra revamp. I understand now. He was already working with using these styles again and wanted to make something really weird. Yep, Gabriel's head gets cut off there. everything is just totally going whack. Oh, you can see the flesh. Yeah, like it's... Oh, it's so weird. You know when you're like working on math homework for a while and it's really hard? Your brain starts kind of hurting? That's what I'm going through right now. So cool. What's the heat on? That's my question. This is cool as hell. Terrifying, I wouldn't want to be on it, but it's cool. Oh, it's weird. As I've gotten more locked in, my what's it called? Commentary has gotten so much worse, but my gameplay has gotten better. Ahora. 2. On the second floor. I guess. Orb. What if orbs? The speedometer gets kind of weird on the elevators. Something really weird is going on with the elevators. Like, you can't load these, like, maps. Like, I do not understand this. Maurice, give me your secrets. Style parry. Except maybe one of them is... Yeah, one of them's on the mirror side and one of them's here. That's cool. Is that all he does? I mean, he does run around. So it is like the mirror dude. God, that's weird. Oh, my brain. Oh my god, I'm just like... Ooh. Okay. I'm... understand how so confusing. They're really weird, but once you get it, you kind of get it. I think on each hit, they might transfer. Sure. I do not understand this fight. I think it is just one invisible, and it's just really hard to see, gauge. And it's kind of 2D in that way. There's so much weird depth. Closer, you know? Wish there was like a checkpoint right behind so I don't have to do this each time. So close. I think nukes are going to be really powerful in this kind of thing. Yeah. Nukes are the way to go. Alright. Very interesting and unique. You're weird. Think. Just die, just die. Cool, weird. That was interesting. Okay, fire extinguisher. I have to blow that out. Let me see my reflection. Flips me. Finds kill. No clue what that accomplished, but okay. Chime. Come me, our world is white. Okay. This is the biggest scale thing I've seen in Ultra Kill yet. Okay. Wow, this, my brain is really breaking. So one level. this? This is something else. Is that Earth? I think it's Earth. 'Cause we know Earth is gray. Oh, this is like Homecoming from Dusk. Okay, that makes sense. Sounds very familiar. That sounds very familiar. I don't know what that is, but it sounds. Also, just this kind of whole thing reminds me of Beloved Against Humanity. I haven't played it because it isn't out yet, but it reminds me of that. It's this. My linear brain is suffering. This really is like a Midday Punch movie with the game. So weird. I'm curious about his rocket riding. Like, how weird does this get? The answer is pretty damn weird. Cool. Whoa. Cool. Sounds familiar. Pretty sure that's World Looks Red, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Now I thought it might be that, but yeah, it's 100% that leitmotif. Interesting. I love when Akira does leitmotifs. So like, I don't know if we're still in hell. Like I know obviously we're in hell, but like, that's Earth. We know that to be Earth for sure. That's. I think that's our moon. Like, why is there so much stuff in space close together? Space isn't like that. think hell really is reaching its limit to what it's capable of at the moment. The boulder's still... It's just weird. God, it's odd. Oh? I was gonna save there, dude. I'm gonna save there. Save the weapons and pistols. God, this is so... like if Infinite Warfare's space levels were done right. And it's really weird. I like that they don't fly. Ultra kill. What the hell? I just wanna be on something. Whiplash is doing some heavy lifting. God, this is 4-dimensional. Oh, I never thought I'd be playing a 4D FPS game, and much less that game would be ultra kill. I always knew it had the potential, but I just did not expect it to be ultra kill. Okay. Alright, we're getting another tree section. Someone made this, and that someone was Hikia. We should really see. Oh! This is all one level, bro. Are we at the end? Finally over? That took me an hour! Kill a power? Is that this enemy? With terminal velocity, does that mean like I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh man, that took me an hour! For what? It's 8 p.m. Wait, how much is okay, it is still recording. Good, good, good. Oh my god. What the hell? Okay, so we do have still one left. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, power. Interesting. Type, Greater Angel. Much like the other archangels, Gabriel had a radiance that inspired many followers. Radiance? The most numerous of which were the Powers, who acted as his disciples. Ashamed of their incomplete bodies, they use a part of their energy to always carry a useless gold arm with them in order to look more like the fully formed archangels they aspire to be. While Heaven's tastes began to trend towards ornateness and decoration, Gabriel stuck with the simpler old style of armor as a sign of discipline, though Powers initially followed suit in his absence in having become the judge of hell. Their standards gradually slipped and they adopted the vanity of their peers. Interesting. Although some of their voices may seem uh, distinctly feminine to humans, angels are neither male nor female. I knew it, bro. As they cannot reproduce, leading to no such biological divisions. Still, masculine language is used as a sign of respect towards greater angels, as a sign of they're closest to the Father. Interesting. Strategy. Powers train under Gabriel and as such have similar strengths and weaknesses, including the pride that leaves them open while taunting. um, Lacking Gabriel's extensive fist-hand experience, so stupid. First-hand experience. I was like fist-hand. That's not a thing. First-hand experience in combat. Powers are far more vulnerable to parries, which will momentarily disable them entirely, though they will become more aggressive afterwards out of shame. Likewise, due to their lack of practice, they have to vocalize in order to manifest weapons of light correctly, making it easier for an opponent to predict what they're about to do. When fighting in a group against a single target, Powers have been trained to take turns in order to avoid friendly fire and more easily distinguish who gets the glory of victory, so it is best not to attack once waiting for their turn to avoid additional retaliation. Interesting, so that's why they were taking turns on me. Cool. I got one more spot right here for the final. Got this. So it's either gonna be a demon or an angel. I like to think that maybe we're gonna fight an angel. Although demon would be cool. Oh, wow, okay. So I take a moment there, take a sip of my drink. Stretch. That was an hour-long ultra kill level. Wow. Can't wait for people to beat it in 20 seconds. Interesting. So we're back on the boat. for the moment. I like this audio. Kind of reminds me of the intro to Hey Man, Nice Shot by Filter. Ladder kind of reminds me of the tutorial. Actually, okay, interesting. This kind of reminds me of that like bookshelf and stuff that Peter was working on that one stream. Okay. Skibbity toilet! And of course not holding the skull. Where is it? No, it's not. Okay. Is so good at just making weird atmosphere. I love it. Red. Oh, I'm excited. I think that's where the boss is gonna be. We just have like a puzzle first, which I like. I'm really glad we're not just jumping straight into another crazy battle. I'm also really glad we actually get to have a proper boss this time instead of just Earth Mover. I love Earth Mover. Do not get me wrong. But I also love having like a boss at the end of a layer. Powers were definitely like a boss. Like a boss, oh my god, guys. But I don't know, man, it's weird. Yeah, powers definitely remind me of bosses, but they're not, so... They're basically just watered down Gabriel to be a regular enemy, so that way you can keep your Gabriel fighting skills in the game without having to actually fight Gabriel. Which makes me curious about what's gonna happen at the end of the game. Anyway, I'm liking having, even though it's a confusing layout, I like that this is still linear. I'm not floating around and stuff. Anyway, let's go. We got a symphony tuning. I know that sound all too well. Maybe okay. Interesting. PlayStation 3 fans are tweaking out of their minds right now. Okay. We get another big boss. Oh. eyes hurt. I'm not even kidding. This is such a big scale layer. Like, I thought violence was like a large scale layer. This used to be like prelude. Ultra Kill used to be prelude. I remember thinking 3-1 was like a long level. My last one took me an hour. What? What? Oh. What? Okay, huh? Okay, so I remember seeing, yeah, this was the thing I saw earlier when I like got out of bounds a bit. So it does show, yeah, like what this was oldest performance. But what the hell? And dog. City Dead Sun. B1. So that was all just like a play. But for who? Because we know we are providing entertainment for the terminals, but how this oh, the light follows us. Oh, that's weird. That's something else, man. Did not pick up any skulls. All right. Oh, that was weird. It's so nice to see this instead of fraud. Oh my god, that. My brain hurts. Good god. This one was so long. Jesus Christ, man. Let me just... Okay, this direct. I remember I saw that in 8-1. Okay, Gurion, Supreme Demon. An ancient demon that roams the Fraud Lair, Gurion has remained vigilant and active for millennia, hunting for sinners with a grand bow it itself constructed. Okay, I see that. What at first seemed a failed experiment by an unknown force to create a single being controlled by multiple consciousnesses. Okay. Simultaneously, it remains a fascination as a remarkable example of behavioral acclimatization. Despite being completely unable to communicate with each other, Gurion's consciousnesses have learned to work together in perfect harmony thanks to their shared goal, and hunt with frightening efficiency despite their unfit body often failing them. Although only an unproven fringe theory, some have proposed that part of Gurion's incredible development may be a difference in motivation from other demons. Perhaps Gurion hunts not for sport, but to free sinners from their suffering. Interesting. Gurion's multiple consciousnesses give it an incredible ability to perform many complex tasks simultaneously, allowing it to defend itself from close-range threats while still attacking, making it unwise to approach it. Despite it functioning at all, being an incredible feat, Gurion's body is unable to properly support its biological and psychological density, causing it to overheat under continued stress, leaving it wide open for a barrage of attacks. Extracting blood from its body may seem impossible outside of its momentary lapses, but providences in the immediate area leave behind small soul orbs, which can be rationed by smart fighters for healing during the fight. Oh, interesting. Huh. I do not want to do that on Brutal, but I will eventually. Oh, that's so weird. God, interesting. Power. Okay, power is very interesting to me. So that gold arm they have, is that where we're gonna... There's still the gold arm. This thing has a gold arm. I'm not sure. What I think is, because it's supposed to be imitating Gabriel with that, I think we're gonna take Gabriel's gold arm after we kill him. And yeah, I think that's just gonna be like a new game plus type thing. See, these things have health. Like, god damn, these things have health. Surviving a rail cannon. That took a lot. I don't know. I'm gonna do testing and stuff, but these things have a lot of health. These are so cool. Like that. Wait, where do I shoot it for that? So I wish you could spawn these. I hope Hikita adds that. I wish you could spawn them. But mention shooting somewhere. So yeah, it takes about 3 shots to kill these things. Interesting. Of course I'm gonna have to do experimenting and such. Oh, interesting. interesting. You had a durability too, I didn't know that. I know that works on him well. Some pretty strong enemies in this layer. Power, why do they have so much health? Like, took that to the face. And that. And that. Hell, even this. Okay, that. But those are like all big attacks. Attacks? How are they surviving that? Like... Okay. Even then though, that is so much health. Let me just look, yeah. 40. They have 40 health. It would take 40 revolver shots to kill one. Damn. What's that compared to Sisyphus? 200. I mean, Sisyphus is meant to be a boss and such, so... He's gonna have a bit of health. But also, Sisyphus is a big target, you know? And he's Sisyphus. He's literally a boss. Like the hardest one. I like that they added health. That's so helpful. So helpful. 22. Okay. So that means that a power is about 2 Cerberus. Interesting. There's so many experiments I want to do, because that, with the health, that's so nice to know. Like, wait. That does half of one's health. Dude, just die. Where did that other power go? Okay, over here. Let's see how much this is. It does do about half its health. Okay. mean, that's approximately 20, 21 damage. Huh. This is interesting. That's so interesting. Yeah, power. I like these things. They're cool. They're difficult enemies, and I think they're really cool. Like, I really like them. These things can take damage. Just tanking it. That's one other thing I really like about this, adding the whole health thing, is that you can now test, like, how much damage something does exactly. Okay, that's 5. Okay, let's do 2. Okay. We know that the Knuckle Blaster does at least 2 damage. That's so nice. I always thought it was 2, might be 2. Might like 3 or something. Okay, so 3 doesn't do it. But if we just get one more shot, yeah. So that means that Knuckle Blaster does 2 damage. Now, I've always been interested in is how much health does this thing have? 15. Okay. So that's what I usually do. Meaning, how much health does it have? Okay, 5. So that does 10 damage. Plus 2 means it has 3 left. Meaning... this is really good for combo building. Oh my god, okay. Interesting. This thing. This is intriguing. I like these things. They're very cool. That's gonna have to be fixed the way it floats in the hand. Wow. Okay. And these, how much health do these things have? 16. Okay, which means it can... like, oh, I missed that. Yeah. It's kind of weird with these ones. How much damage did that do? It did do just 10. So it's the same amount. Interesting. Now that. And let's see. So I know that does at least 4. Huh. There's some experimenting to be done with this for sure. Yeah. Much 80. Okay, that's how much Minotaur has. See, that's how fast you can do 80 damage. Do some pretty wild stuff. Oh yeah, I just want to see how much these do. Okay. Okay, does not. Good to know. Yeah, I really want to be able to manipulate these. Anyway, okay. Just put a filth, 400 health. Make it big. Now, 400. Maybe that wasn't the best way to measure that. Can I corral in this way? I don't know. Yeah, let's do something that won't catch on fire, right? Just like, okay, well, let's kill it. No. Okay, so it has 21. No, wait. Something like that. I think it's 21 health. 12. Interesting. I'm just gonna double check how much health these guys spawn in with. 22. Okay, 22 to go to 12 means that does 10 damage. This does 10 damage. That is a rail cannon and a base revolver headshot. That is damage. That is certainly damage. Good to know. Hey, power. Hey, power. Hey, power. Apple. Hey, apple. That's a valid reaction to that. Anyway, that was pretty cool. Oh, wow, that... pretty cool. I really like that. I'm gonna be playing it more and stuff, but this is just recording my first time playing it. Wow. Alright. That was pretty cool.